Harihi Om. Ramanujadaya Patra Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Srimad Venkatanathayam Vandhe Vedanta Deshikam Lakshmi Nada Samarambha Nada Yamuna Madhyamam Asmat Acharya Paryantham Vande Guru Paramparam Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitayam Pataye Namaha Om Dasharathanandhaya Vidmahe Sita Vallabhaya Dhimahi Danho Rama Prachodayat Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Narayanarpanamastu Om Tat Sat Namo Namaha Suswagatam. Hello and welcome. So just to take you back on the journey that began 5 evenings ago, we began with the reasons behind Valmiki writing the great epic of Ramayana. And then we went and looked at Balakandam. And then the next evening we looked at Ayodhya Kandam. And then the third evening we looked at Aranya Kandam. Yesterday we looked at Kishkinda Kandam. Today we are going to the 5th book, which according to Valmiki is his most favorite. And it's got the largest number of cantos, almost 3,885 cantos in this sarga, in this Kandam. It's called Sundara Kanda. Sundara means beautiful, and Kandam means section. So even Valmiki's description of this section is beauty, one of beauty. Okay, so we'll have to see why he refers to it as a beautiful section. So why is it beautiful? He identifies 4 reasons. He says, beautiful among the most beautiful is the island of Lanka. And because it is so beautiful, it begot the title of Sri. You see, no other country in the world has got the prefix Sri. Only Lanka, because of its relevance and because of the Divyapadam, it is called Sri Lanka, also because of Ravana, right? Until today, no one has matched his sense of commitment to the study of the Vedas and the Shastras. That is why I told you he's got 10 heads, 6 Shastras and 4 Vedas. So he's, a fully accomplished, learned man as far as learning is concerned. So he says, beautiful among the most beautiful is the island of Sri Lanka. Beautiful among the most beautiful is the story of Ramayana. Beautiful among the most beautiful is Mother Sita. Beautiful among the most beautiful is Hanuman's entrance into this Kanda. Then he asks, what then is not to be beautiful? So he calls this the Sundara Kandam or the beautiful Kandam. Okay? But because we are going to talk about Hanuman's exploits and Hanuman's adventure in this Kandam, is completely dedicated to Hanuman because he is the, prime role player in this section. I think it is important we look at Hanuman's background first, right? But before we look at that, as I always start, I always tell you the significance of each Kanda. So Sundara Kandam is important for several reasons. The first one is Hanuman's realization of his powers. Remember I told you he'd forgotten all his powers until Jambavan, whose incarnation of Brahma, takes him and says, realize who you are through tapas. And after 3 days he realized who he really is. And I'll tell you why he forgot. Just like in Mahabharatam, Karna was given the boon of Brahmastram, but at the right moment he forgot how to recite the prayer, and therefore he couldn't use the Brahmastram. Similarly, Hanuman. Okay. Second thing is Hanuman's journey. You know, when he goes to Mount Mahendra and he jumps, looking towards Lanka, his journey has got 4 important characters that come. First is Mount Menaka. Okay. Secondly, it is the demon or asura called Surasa. Thirdly is the demon called Simhika. And fourthly is the guardian deity of Lanka called Lankini. And we look at the relationship between each of these characters and what role they played in Hanuman's journey from the shores of Rameshwaram. I'll explain, if I have time, why it is called Rameshwaram. Right? Thirdly, it is important for the part where Hanuman actually meets Sita and how he meets her. You know. Fourthly, how he takes great joy in destroying the forest, Ashokavanam. Fifthly, the initial fight between Hanuman and all of the army that Ravana sends, including his youngest son, Akshay Kumara, who's killed by Hanuman, and then he sends his older son, Indrajit. And then Hanuman pretends to get caught by Indrajit, and then he's presented before Ravana in his court. Then, in the court of Ravana, what happens? And of course, in the court of Ravana, Vibhishana is there. So there's one part called Vibhishana Dharma. So that is important for that. Then, the important part, Lanka Dahanam, you know, the setting fire of the city. And then how he returns victorious to Kishkinda and the joy he begets in telling his exploits and his meeting of Mother Sita to Rama, whereupon Rama blesses him with Chiranjeevi, eternal youth, and Brahma blesses him with immortality, no death. Okay, so the thing is important, this particular section is important for these reasons. Now what does he do before he starts to jump? Once he realizes his power through 3 days of, strict tapasya, Jambavan says, only when you go within, you'll realize your actual powers. And that is the purpose of meditation. When we meditate, we don't seek externally, we seek internally. That means we go within, right? We traverse the 7 chakras internally and activate each chakra as we go up. The only way is up, right? If you go down, then you're going down the 7 lokas of downwardness. So when he realizes, he goes up, because Mount Mahendra is the only mountain that can withstand the power of his leap. All other mountains will crash before his, his gigantic strength. But before he jumps, what does he do? He seeks blessings from his mother and father. This is what the Rig Veda says, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Aditi Devo Bhava. And then he prays to Lord Rama, because he knows how Rama respects his father and his 3 mothers. I said to you, Janini Janma Bhumischa Sarvgharapi Gareyasi. Right? Mother and motherland are no different to me, he says. Anyway, so he prays to Lord Rama, and then he prays to Vayuputra, because he's the son of Vayu, right? Pavana Kumara. And then he prays to the Panchabhutas in order to help him make the leap. He made the leap. So he was seeking the blessings of mother, father, guru, acharya, and all the natural elements, the Panchabhutas. Okay, so before he begins the journey, right, let's look at his birth. To look at Anjaneya's birth, we have to go to Swargaloka, or Indraloka as it is known, where Rishi Angira was visiting Indraloka, Angira Rishi. And Indra was entertaining him. And he said, as part of the entertainment, he's arranged a special dance by one of the apsaras. Apsaras means beautiful maiden, right? They are called vanitas. Okay? So this particular apsara was called Punjikstala. It's a very beautiful, famous dancer. And then she came in front of Angira and she started to dance. The moment she started to dance, the rishi went into meditation. When she finished, he opened his eyes. So Indra Deva asked, did you enjoy the dance? And the rishi says, for those of us who only have time for God, these things are meaningless. That was actually a hit to Indra. He is supposed to be Devendra, Lord of the Indralok. But he himself cannot control his moha-vasanas, his desires. So Rishi was giving it to him. So Indra felt ashamed and he quietly went. But the lady, Punjikstala, she was not happy that the Rishi was not appreciating the dance. So in a retort, she says, what do a fickle Rishi like you know about the fine art of dancing? Of course, you know, when you tell Rishis off, they are not going to keep quiet and take something from you. You are not even developed. Not even one chakra is open. You can talk so much. I am a Rishi. So he says, I curse you down to earth. From Swargaloka, you're going to Bhuloka, you're going to go up to the forest mountains, and you're going to be born as a female monkey. Finish. So instantly she realized what a great mistake she's made, and she seeks forgiveness. Falls at the feet and everything. She seeks forgiveness. And Indra also asks, whether, please forgive her, she said it in a rush. Yeah, we always say wrong things in a rush. That is why you need something called patience, nidanam. Right? That's why one of Shiva's name is Nidanapataye Namaha, one who's always in a state of tolerance. Anyway, the Rishi relented after a while. He says, okay, you will bear a son in the Amsa of Lord Shiva, provided Shiva blesses you with it, and that born child will serve Lord Vishnu. And then he leaves. So immediately the lady is born to, she's born to who? She's born to Kunjar, the king of the monkeys. And then of course she marries Kesari of Mount Sumeru. She marries him there. And then of course Kesari is the son of Brahaspati, Guru. Right? And then they live in Kishkinda. So you see, Hanuman's birth was not by accident. It was by a turn of divine events. 5 to be specific. Firstly, Angira Rishi's curse and subsequent, blessing to Anjana. And Anjana was a strong bhakta of Lord Shiva. As a result of her tapas, Shiva blesses her. Vayudeva also blessed her. And of course, the payasam from the Putrakameshti Yajna. Remember, on the first day I told you how Dasharatha was doing the Putrakameshti Yajna. When he was taking the payasam to Sumitra, a crow comes and scoops some of it and flies away. And Vayu, through his divine powers, ensures that the crow flies over the jungle where Anjana is praying to Lord Shiva, and he makes the crows drop the payasam in the hands, whereupon Anjana thinks this is a blessing from Lord Shiva, and she partakes that, as a result of which Hanuman is conceived. So it's a divine incarnation. Of course, we're talking about Lord Shiva. Okay? And that is how he is conceived. Now, what is the powers of Hanuman? There is a famous sloka that the Gurukuls always say, Yatra yatra raghunada kirtanam tatra tatra kritamastakanchalim baspapari paripurana-lochanam marutim namadharakshasanthakam. Yatra yatra raghunada kirtanam. Whenever there is a name of Ram mentioned, tatra tatra kritamastakanchalim, There, Hanuman comes with bowed head and hands folded in total humility with tears flowing down, paying reverence to the very word Ram. And I think I briefly told you about how every single hair on his body reverberates to the Ram of Ram, and how he showed that Ram lives within him. Right? So, he is a very, very powerful deity, devotee of Lord Ram. From the stance of a devotee, he became a deity. From Bhakta, he became Purusha. So, it is not difficult for us from Manusha to become Purusha. That's the message. Okay? So, anyway, as I was saying, as a young child, Hanuman already was showing some, extraordinary powers. And I'm sure you've all read the story where, as a child, he looks at the sun and he thinks it's a ripe mango and he flies towards it. He flies towards it, and this is actually mentioned in Hanuman Chalisa, where they say he jumps how many yojanas. So Indra was afraid Hanuman will take the sun and eat. So he throws his Vajrayudam, Vajra. He throws it at Hanuman, it strikes him in the jaw and he falls. That is why he is called Hanuman. Hanuman means one who has a disfigured jaw. That's how it came like that. So that is Hanuman, right? He falls down, and then of course, who is his father? Vayuputra. He looks at Indra, he says, "You dare do this to my son? I am going to stop breathing." Now, what happens if there is no more air? What will happen to every one of us if there is no more air in this Bhuloka? And we are not talking just Bhuloka, Bhuloka, Bhuvaloka, Swargaloka, Suvaloka, Janaloka, Mahaloka, Tapaloka and Satyaloka. All the 7 lokas, suddenly no air. So all the devas were panicking. Oh my God, what is going to happen? The entire Srishti is going to be annihilated. Then everybody goes to pacify. He says, "What are you going to do to my son Hanuman? What are you going to do for him? To him and for him." So they revive him, and everybody bestow a boon or a power on Hanuman. Like Varuna, for example, says, "You will have complete power over water." Varuna Murti is, water, rain. Yama comes and says, "I give you the boon of immortality, death." Yama is the lord of death. He says, "No death for you." That is why Chiranjeevi he is called, eternal youth. Brahma comes and says, "The moment the enemies see you, they will tremble with fear, because you will be indefeatable, inconquerable, and you can have the will of changing your size anytime you just think of it." Vayu, of course, says, "You were born with the power of flight." So there is no demarcation to that ability. So everybody came, and Shiva, of course, came and say, "All the scriptures you will very easily learn." And Surya became his guru and taught him for several years all the scriptures. So one who was near enough or equivalent to Ravana was Hanuman. You see, in the entire Hindu pantheon, right, the one person who is the most learned was Ravana, who was actually an asura. And the other one is Hanuman, who is a monkey. No other human being, Manusha or Naraha, has ever come to that position. Of course, that position is still open for any of you to take on. Jnana Yoga, yesterday I told you Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Dharma Yoga, and Karma Yoga and Dhyana Yoga. So choose your path. Now, so everybody blessed him, and then of course he was revived with all these powers. Now what do you think a little monkey with all these powers will do? He started playing havoc with all the rishis in the jungle, disturbing them, messing their tapas up and all that. The yajnas were disturbed. But he made a mistake of going to Rishi Bhrigu. Bhrigu Muni was doing a yajna, and Hanuman went there and disturbed him. Of course, Bhrigu is a powerful rishi, right? Bhrigu says, "Hey you, monkey, come here." Bhrigu says, you will forget everything until a bear reminds you of the purpose of your birth. I forgot. And remember who reminded him? Jambavan. Who was Jambavan? The incarnation of Brahma. And what was Jambavan? He was the king of the bears. So do not, you see, there's so many animals involved in Ramayana. The lesson for us mankind is, do not underestimate animals. In Ramayana, the role was played entirely by animal clan. In Mahabharata, the 8th avatar, Krishna Paramatma, only human beings. Of course, Hanuman was there. Jambavan was also there. Jambavan and Hanuman, according to Valmiki, were present in 4 of the incarnations of Vishnu. They were there for Vamana avatar. They were there for Rama, Krishna and Parasurama. All 4, these were there. Such powerful people. So, Jambavan reminded Hanuman who he really is. Okay? Now, many temples you go, you see Hanuman in orange color or red color. Isn't it? Do you know why? This shows the depth of bhakti. I put the place in the wrong. Always I put here so I can see Hanuman directly. Today I can only see the flag post. Hanuman one day went to give something to Sita, and he saw Sita taking the sindoor and putting it on her forehead. So Hanuman, curious as he was, raised the question, Mata, why have you put this red color, orange color thing on your forehead? And Sita said, this is what will give long life to my Rama. Then Hanuman says, excuse me, and runs away. And 5 minutes later, he comes completely drenched in red color. He says, if you can give him a bit of long life just putting this, I want my Bhagavan to live forever. So I am completely in red and yellow, orange. So that is why whenever you go and visit Hanuman, you always touch him with the orange or red, because that is a recognition of Hanuman's devotion, bhakti to Rama. Oh, fantastic. You know, today, what do children of the new age do? I don't see many children wearing vibhuti or even tilak bindi. Ladies must always wear a bindi on their forehead. Right? There are several reasons for that, and no time to go into that because Hanuman is waiting. Lots of stories to tell about him. So, today's modern generation refuse to wear, vibhuti or chandan or kumkum. Vibhuti denotes Shiva. If you don't want to wear vibhuti, you wear chandan is Shiva, kumkum or tilak is Shakti. So when you wear kumkum and chandan, is Shiva Shakti on your forehead. What a kavasha. What a kavacha. Kavasam it is. It's a complete armor, it's a protection. So anyway, that is one story about Hanuman I wanted to say, why he is always in orange color or red color. The other thing I want to ask you is, why is there a bell on Hanuman's tail? What is the story about this bell? Now people will turn and look. Although they have seen this Hanuman so many times, they never realize he's got a bell. Hey, he's got a bell. Oh my God. This is how we look but we don't see. We talk but we don't speak. We hear but we don't listen. We think but we don't feel. That is our problem. He's got a bell on his tail. Why? I'll tell you on Saturday. This is Yuddha Kandam. It comes in Yuddha Kandam. Right? The bell is small in his tail, but the bell was the size of a 25-story building in Yuddha Kandam. Because the bell was one of the bells that was hanging in Ravana's chariot. Can you imagine the size of that one bell was a 25-story building. Ravana had 54 bells on his chariot. He was sitting in the middle in the umbrella. Just now when they carried that umbrella like that, there behind. 54 bells of that gigantic size. Can you imagine how big Ravana would have been? How big the chariots must have been? This is why they say Pushpaka Vimana was there already. These flying aircrafts, spaceships. It is not a new age creation. It has been there, you know. Rama's time it was there. Krishna's time it was there. So it's nothing new. Anyway, coming back to Mount Mahindra, where Hanuman leaps. One leap after he seeks all the blessings from all his parents. Now that seeking of blessings by Hanuman is telling us a message today. Before we start anything, we should always take the blessings of Mother, Father, Guru, Devo. Once Krishna asked Arjuna, if I am there, and Dronacharya is there, and Bhishmacharya is there, and you see your mother coming, whose feet would you fall at first? Arjuna. Dronacharya is the wrong answer, so you are out of the game. Remember, Dronacharya is only a guru, but Krishna is Paramatma, right? So Arjuna's answer was, of course, at your feet, Bhagavan. Because you are Paramatma, Antarayami. I will fall at your feet first. Krishna says, if you fall at my feet, you don't even get moksha. Even though the Deva is there, the Purusha is there, and the Guru is there, Kulaguru, Dronacharya, right? Pitama, Bhishmacharya. You must first fall at your mother's feet. There is no greater sanctuary than that of your mother's feet. And I tell you this today, and I can give you in writing, right? And barristers, we never give anything in writing, right? Those who do not show respect, I'm not talking about those who show disrespect, and that is for you to think. Those who do not honor or respect their parents, mother first, father is negotiable. Mother, 100%. There is no vimochana for you. No vimochana at all. And this is the Mahavakya from Krishna. So I am just a messenger, right? You don't like the message, don't kill the messenger. Go to Krishna with your complaints. So he jumps. And it's a long journey, but he jumps one leap. Reaches from one shore to the other shore. But there are tests. You see, when you're going towards spirituality, the gods will test you. First, Indra said, there is a small mountain there. He says, rise up in case Hanuman wants to rest. So Menaka rose up. And Hanuman thought this was a demon. So he took his gadam. I have a small gadam at home. I forgot to bring it today. Then Menaka said, no, hang on a minute, bro. 1 minute, I am not the bad guy, I am the good guy. I was told to rise up in case you want to rest for a while. And you know what Hanuman said? Hanuman said, I will rest when I have completed my master's mission. How many of us, when a convenience is presented to us, we grab it at first sight instead of focusing on the task at hand? And see Hanuman's perseverance. He's showing us perseverance, determination, willpower equals success. Remember, I always ask my students in the university, right? Give me the definition of success. Is it the destination or is it the journey? What is success? Now I ask you the same question. Is journey equal success or reaching the destination equal success? Huh? No, you can't say both. Anyway, you're out of the game. I'll show you. Huh?
Journey with determination.
Huh?
Journey with determination.
Journey with determination, correct. Journey. Because if you make the journey correctly, you will reach your destination. That's why planning comes in, right? Because not everybody plans to fail, but almost everybody failed to plan. Not everybody plans to fail, but almost everybody fails to plan. So Hanuman said, no, out of my way. Don't disturb me, I'm going. So that was actually by Indra put that up to it. Then of course, the second test that Indra wanted to give Hanuman. I told you, as you go towards spirituality, the gods will test you. Why? That is quality control. They want to make sure that you are pure quality when you finally reach the destination. They won't send you back to the assembly point. Punarjanma, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jatare shayanam, iha samsare, bahut dustare, kripaya pare, pahi murare. No rebirth. Complete pass all the ticks in all the boxes. So they will test you. Right? So don't be dismayed for the test, because when they test you, they will also help you to get through the test. So they'll give you the test and they'll also give you tuition. That way people will understand what tuition means. They will help you to get through. If God can bring you to a problem, He will bring you through the problem. I'll repeat that. If God can bring you to a problem, He will most certainly bring you through the problem. And that was Hanuman's faith. He said, if I have Ram behind me, who do I fear in front of me? Complete power is there. Right? So, Surasura, Indra says, Surasura, Asura, wake up and say you are going to eat Hanuman. So Surasura wakes up and says, I am going to eat you, I am not going to let you pass. So Hanuman says, how can I escape? Surasura says, you have to go into my mouth. There's no escape. Right? So Hanuman becomes small, goes into the mouth, and before she can close, he comes out. So he says, okay. So Surasura says, okay, you passed the test, you can go to the next stage. He goes a little bit further. Simhika, she's a demon who catches the shadow, and from the shadow she can catch the real person. So she catches Hanuman's shadow and she puts the shadow in the mouth. Of course, when you take the shadow will also pull. It's called Chaya. Surya, one of Surya's wife is called Chaya, the other is called Sandhya. Anyway, when Hanuman is taken into the mouth, he grows in size. What happens? The demon is destroyed. The Asura dies. Then finally he lands in Lanka. Remember, one gigantic step. He lands in Lanka. He's amazed by the beauty of this Lanka. And he compares it to the word Sri. He said, wow. Kim taha Sri taha Lanka. How beautiful is this island of Lanka is. And from then on he became known as Sri Lanka. As I said, no other country has got this prefix of Sri. So Lanka in that sense is very blessed. Then he sees this wonderful palace, ornate with gold and bedecked with jewels. Wow, what beauty this palace. So he goes in. It was almost sunset that time. So he was very quiet. He said, let me see if I can find Mother Sita. So he goes from chamber to chamber. He sees, oh, so many beautiful women. It's actually Ravana's harem. Right? It's his harem. Then he passes by Mandodari's bedroom. Mandodari is Ravana's wife. And he sees this beautiful woman sleeping in such luxurious trappings. And he thought for a moment, is this Sita? Then instantly he is reminded, Sita would not be sleeping so peacefully in such plush surroundings, in such lush comforts. He said, no, this cannot be Sita. So he looks around, nobody convinces him that they are Sita. Then he jumps out of the palace and he jumps into a nice, beautiful garden, a little forest called Ashokavanam. And he's looking, all Rakshasas are moving there, all Asuras. Then he sees the chief of the Asuras called Trijatha. And she's carrying a small vessel, she's moving towards Sita. Then he sees this small, slain-like figure, completely despondent and destitute in appearance, wearing a yellow silk, hair tied to a nice plait, the hair is long and flowing. And he thought, that is Mother Sita. Such stages on the face, the look of tapas, we call it diksha. The face shows so much of Diksha. So he says, okay, let me go near. And then he heard this thunderous roar, and he saw this big giant man coming with about 20,000 soldiers. That was Ravana. Then he hides in the tree, and he hears Ravana giving the final ultimatum to Sita. He says, you have been here for 10 months. I give you 1 more month to submit to me and agree to become my wife. Otherwise, I will kill you. 1 more month you have. You see, what you must understand here is, for someone who kidnapped a woman and brought him back to his own place, it doesn't take him long to behave improperly or adharmically towards Sita. But Ravana had principles. Despite being adharmic, he had principles. He would not take Sita without her consent. And that is the beauty that we have to appreciate there. So credit to Ravana for this particular point. So he walks off, and then Sita is lamenting to herself. He says, my Mula Murti, when are you going to come and save me? I now only have 30 days. If in 3 days you don't come to save me, I will take my own life. And Hanuman is thinking, how will you take your own life? And then she's telling. You see how the thought process, instantly you're connected. This is called ESP, I think I mentioned to you a few days ago. Right? Sita says, with my hair, I will tie a noose around my neck and I will hang from this very tree. And Hanuman is up there. Then he's thinking, all these asuras look ugly, except Ravana was quite good looking. I am a monkey. If I go and tell Mother Sita, I am Ram's messenger, will she believe me? No. She will start shouting and the asuras will come back and then I'll have a problem. So he thinks, Hanuman is a jnani, he's a Brahma jnani. That means his intelligence is, par excellence. Then he starts to sing the Rama Katha. How, Rama, son of Dasharatha, all that. So he sings this prose. And Sita is listening. Who is mentioning the name of my Lord? Ram, Ram, Ram. And then Hanuman comes down and he says, he doesn't look at her face. He looks at her feet. And then she says, rise, O Hanuman. And he takes a little coconut shell. He breaks the coconut into half. There is some water there. And on that water reflection, he sees her face. Such humility for such a powerful being. And today we have people with little bit of knowledge, little bit of money, and they think they own the world. Right? So Hanuman is teaching, be humble. Humility is the only way forward. If you see a high ceiling and you keep your head up, what will happen? Your head will get hit. So you got to go down and go through. Stoop to conquer, as the expression goes. Right? So what happens? He talks to her and he gives us Rama's ring. Remember I told you Rama gave his ring? Say, go and find, when you find her, give her, she'll know you're my messenger. When she sees the ring, she's so happy. And then Hanuman tells her, you don't think Rama is happy. He is so unhappy. He is in a state of despair without you. So Sita is glad to hear that, And he is waiting for news. I'm going to take my news back to him. Then she takes a chuda money and says, give it to him. And he says, go and give this to him. She says, also tell him the story of the Kagat Vaja. Kagat Vaja is the crow. Once an asura in the form of crow was picking Sita when she was with Rama. Rama got so angry, he shoot the crow away. The crow came back and continued. So Rama said, I'm going to destroy you, took the Brahmastram. And Sita said, for a crow to peck me, Rama got so angry that he wanted to use the Brahmastram. You can imagine how angry he is going to be with this fellow Ravana. It's finished. So tell him this story, then he'll know that you've really met me, because only both of us know this story. So Hanuman says, Mother, I will carry you now back to Rama. Come with me, sit on my shoulder. And Sita says, no, that will not be the right thing to do for the Maryada Purushottama. For you, the messenger, to come and save me, he must come and save me and take me back. Then only the respect and rigor that he deserves is going to him. Hanuman agrees and he takes leave. He said, I'm going. But before I go, I like to play around a little bit. So he comes out of Sita's sight and he starts to break all the things that he sees. Then of course, the Asuras are awoken, they come, they fight with him. And then Ravana is told, look, there's a monkey destroying the forest, Asokavanam. Ravana says, send the army. Army is defeated. Ravana then calls his youngest son, Akshay Kumara. He says, go, sort the monkey out. Akshay Kumara is killed. Then he calls Indrajit, his older son. Indrajit, go. Indrajit goes. And this is Hanuman's plan. Hanuman plans as though he is caught. Because Indrajit, like Ravana, also has the use of Brahmastram. Brahma-astram is the king of astrams. Nothing more powerful. It completely dilutes the recipient of the Brahmastram and annihilates them at the will of the person shooting it or releasing it. So he is caught and is brought before Ravana. Ravana says, a monkey like you can be so powerful. You see, Ravana has forgotten that only two people can kill him. One is a human being, that Rama is born as a normal human being, and the other is a monkey. He's forgotten that. He's become so powerful, he's forgotten what his boon was. So he says, kill the monkey. Now, capital punishment. Vibhishana was there. He says, brother, this is not right. This is adharma. Remember, he is a messenger. We cannot kill messengers. That is the dharma. Right? That's why they say, if you don't like the message, don't kill the messenger. Because Hanuman did not spare Ravana. It says you are asking for it. Today you go and fall at the feet of Mother Sita and ask for forgiveness. Rama will forgive you. Otherwise you are finished. And Ravana was so surprised. This monkey is talking so much. He didn't even offer Hanuman a seat. And they had bound Hanuman, but because Hanuman was so powerful, his tail, his tail grew and grew and grew until it became higher than Ravana, and he sat there, he's looking at Ravana like that. Then Vibhishana says, don't kill him. So Ravana says, okay, what is the most important thing to a monkey? The tail. So he tells his henchman, put the tail on fire. So they tie cloth, doused with petrol, and they set it on fire, and they let Hanuman go. What does Hanuman do? He grows big. In the meantime, news reached Sita that the monkey has been caught, and Ravana set the tail on fire. And Sita prays in her heart to Agni Deva and says, make sure Hanuman doesn't feel the heat. Little does she know that Hanuman is powerful enough that he's got the boon from Agni Deva. He won't feel the heat, because remember, he was the student of Surya. So heat is of no issue to Hanuman. So he sets the whole. That's why I said, Sita Hananam, Lanka Dahanam. He sets the whole of Lanka on fire. And then he looks behind and he says, I'm going back and I'm coming back with my master. So he jumps and he lands on the shores of Rameshwaram, flies to Kishkinda. Everybody is so overjoyed. Wow, Hanuman has returned, Hanuman has returned, Hanuman has returned. Quickly they go and give the news to Sugriva, and then all of them go and see Rama. Rama is overjoyed. He is beyond elation. He says, oh my God. And then when he sees the Chudamani, even more. Now he says, we have to go to Lanka and declare war. How? Nobody can jump like Hanuman. I say, Sugriva said, call Nala, ask him to come here. Who is Nala? Remember I told you, who is he? He is Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma is the celestial architect. All the huge temples, whether in Vaikunta, Brahmaloka, was built by, in Shabarimala, all was built by Vishwakarma. So Vishwakarma was reborn as Nala, and Nala was the chief architect of building the bridge. Right? When they were building the bridge, the stones that they were taking kept sinking. And just at the time Agastya is coming, and they asked, Bhagavan, what do we do? The stones are not setting. He said, who are you serving? They said, Ram. Write Ram on that. So the moment they wrote Ram, all the stones started floating. Today, if you go to Rameshwaram, there's one part of the temple where you can see two stones. They are called Nala and Nila. They still float. You can try push them in, and you see they will come up floating. Push them in, they will come floating. I've personally done it, so I can tell you it's there. right? I think I'm bigger than the stone. I pushed it in, but it kept coming up, right? So after some time, I gave up. Now, that instance is where the Sundara Kanda ends and the Yuddha Kanda begins. Because tomorrow is Lakshmi Vratham, the temple will be celebrating Lakshmi Vratham by having Lakshmi Puja in the evening. So tomorrow there is no Upanyasam, there is no lecture tomorrow. I will see you all on Saturday, and because Sunday is the Ter festival, Saturday I will finish the Upanyasam by talking about the two remaining Kandas, Yuddha Kandam and Uttara Kandam. So we will finish on Saturday. And as usual, we will end with Govinda Nama Sankirtanam, Govinda Hari Govinda, Anjaneya Veera Hanumanta Sura, Anjaneya Veera Hanumanta Sura, Anjaneya Veera Hanumanta Sura, Vayu Kumara Vanara Veera, Vayu Kumara, Vayu Kumara Vanara Veera, Anjaneya Veera Hanumanta Sura, Anjaneya Vayu Kumara Vanara Veera, Vayu Kumara Vanara Veera, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Jai Ram Jai Sita Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Anjaneya Veera Hanumanta Sura, Anjaneya Veera Hanumanta Sura, Vayu Kumara Vanara Veera, Vayu Kumara Vanara Veera, Anjaneya Veera Hanumanta Sura, Vayu Kumara Vanara Veera, Vayu Kumara Vanara Veera, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sita Ram Jai Radhe Sham, Anjaneya Veera Hanumanta Sura, Govinda Nama Sankirtanam, Govinda Hari Govinda, Swasti Prajabhyam Paripalayantham Nyayena Marghena Mahi Mahisha Go Brahmanebhyo Subhamastu Nityam Lokha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Narayanarphanamastu, Om Tat Sat.